Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, welcome to all in our virtual platform. I hope you are well. I am also well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Due to the pandemic outbreak of coronavirus, we are out of our institution for a long time. That's why, considering the betterment of you, our government has taken some initiative to run our education system through online classes. I believe that it is the best medium for imparting education during this period. That's why I would like to extend my gratitude to the higher authorities for arranging the virtual classes. Then I would like to introduce myself. This is Shahriar Ahmed Rubel, Assistant Teacher English, Western High School, Azimpur, Dhaka. Dear students, in my previous class, I discussed tag question for the student of class 9 and 10. Today, I am here to conduct your English class, especially in English second paper on grammatical topics. That's why I have selected a topics that is narration or speech. Today, I am supposed to be delivered my lecture mainly for the student of class 8 to 10. I hope our today's class will be very informative. I also hope that you will be highly benefited from today's session. Okay, dear students, without delay, let's get our today's session. Try to focus on the whiteboard. You can see our today's session is narration or speech. It is very important topics in English grammar. I also hope that our today's session will help you to get a clear idea of this very topic, narration or speech. At first, we have to know, or we are going to know, what is the definition of narration or speech. The Bangla meaning of narration or speech is উক্তি বা বক্তব্য, অর্থাৎ বক্তা যা বলে তাই হচ্ছে বক্তব্য, শ্রোতা বক্তার মুখ থেকে যা কিছু শুনে তাই হচ্ছে বক্তব্য। I hope you have got the point. There are two types of narration or speech in English grammar according to presentation. They are direct speech and indirect speech. Direct means when the speaker quotes anything with exact words, that is called direct speech. On the other hand, when we may report anything without exact words, then it is called indirect speech. Try to follow the whiteboard. I have written here, he said to me, I am going to school. This is direct speech. Now a question may arise, what are the salient feature or characteristic for recognizing direct or indirect speech? It is a vital question from your part. That's why for recognizing direct speech, there are some signs or symbols. Narrations, the direct speech are mainly two parts, divided into two parts. The direct space is divided into two parts. The first part is known as reporting space and the second part is known as reported space. But a question may arise here. Most of the students thinks that they know that this part is known as reporting and this part is known as reported space. But I have said this part is reporting space. Question is only for those. Dear students, try to focus on the whiteboard with a profound concentration. Here he is a subject and me act as an object. So he is not verb, me is not verb. In this part only said is verb. From that angle only we can say said is reporting verb. We can never say the whole part is reporting verb. So we can say ultimately in reporting space only the verb is called reporting verb and the whole part is called reporting space. In reported space, the second part is called reported space. Now we are going to know what are the salient features for recognizing direct space. After reporting space, there is a comma in direct space. In reported space, the first word will be capitalized and the reported space will be closed by inverted comma. These are the signs of or symbols of direct space. When we transform or when we change from direct to indirect space, then we have to change at first person, then verb, afterwards nearest words. If there is any nearest words in reported space, we have to change them into further words. I hope you have got the points. Dear students, for changing narration properly, we have to know about sentences, especially the 5 types of sentences. They are assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, and exclamatory. Now we are going to know assertive sentence is a such type of sentence which makes a statement that is called assertive sentence. According to the format or structure of assertive sentence, we know in assertive sentence at first there is a subject, then verb, then object, then may have object, complement or extension. This in general it is the format of assertive sentence, but most important point is here at the end of the assertive sentence there is a full stop. Dear students, we are going to know interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence can be formulated in 2 ways. When the interrogative sentence is formulated with auxiliary verb, then it is called yes no question. On the other hand, when in interrogative sentence, when the sentence formulated with WH words, then it is called WH question. Try to focus on the board, follow the example in order to clarify. Will you go to school? তুমি কি স্কুলে যাবে? This interrogative sentence starts with auxiliary verb. It is also known as yes-no question. In response of yes-no question, we have to answer in a brief. But in response of WH question, we have to answer in details. This is also an interrogative. This is also an interrogative question. Here the sentence starts with WH words. That's why it is called WH question. I hope you have got the point. More important point is here. At the end of the interrogative sentence, there is a sign of interrogation. Now, we are moving to imperative sentence. Imperative sentence is a such type of sentence that expresses request, order, and advices. In general, we know that imperative sentences start with verb, but most of the time there are some specific words such as please, don't, let, etc. This is also the symbol of imperative sentence. Sometimes imperative sentence may start with these words. Try to follow an example. Open the door. Open the door. Here I have written two sentences. They are included in imperative sentence. The first sentence is open the door, and the second one is please give me a glass of water. Here please is a symbol of imperative sentence, and the first sentence is start with verb, so they are imperative sentence. Now we are moving to optative sentence. Optative sentence is a such type of sentence that expresses prayer or wish. In general, optative sentence started with may or might. At the end of the optative sentence, there is a sign of full stop. May Allah help you. This is an optative sentence because the sentence starts with may, and at the end of the sentence there is a sign of full stop. I hope you have got the point. Now we are moving to the last but not the least sentence, that is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence is a such type of sentence that expresses emotions or feelings to the fullest. Try to focus on the whiteboard and follow the example with your profound concentration. Hooray, we have won the game. Exclamatory sentences are two types. They are mainly sometimes expressed in joy and sometimes expressed in sorrow. But most important point is here at the end of the sentence there is a sign of exclamation. Sometimes this sign may place at the end of the sentence, and sometimes this exclamation sign may place after a words. I hope you have got the point. Now we are going to know person. There are three types of person in English grammar. They are first person, second person, and third person. I would. Acha. I, we, they are included in first person, you, your, they are included in second person, and the rest are included in third person. You also know this. Now we are going to change from direct to indirect speech by using this example. Try to focus on the whiteboard with your absolute concentration. For changing indirect speech, at first you have to change a reporting verb. In reporting speech, this is a verb, so we have to change it at first. Reporting verb will be changed according to the sentence of reported speech. So try to follow. I am going to school. I am school e jacchi. What type of sentence is it? It is obviously it is an assertive sentence, because according to the format of assertive sentence, subject, verb, object, at the end of the sentence there is a sign of full stop. So from that angle we can say it is an assertive sentence. In case of assertive sentence in reported speech, reporting verb will be changed by told. He told me. Now we have to withdraw inverted comma. For omitting inverted comma in case of assertive sentence, we have to use that. Now we have to change the person. For changing person, I am giving you a technique, that is 1, 2, 3, S-O-N. S represents subject 1, 2 represent object, O is the symbol of object, the first letter of object, S first letter of subject, 3 third person, বা ফার্স্ট পারসন এবং সেকেন্ড পারসনকে বাদ রেখে যা কিছু আছে দ্যাট উইল বি 3. From these rules, now we are going to change the person. You know I is a first person, so I will be changed by the subject of reporting speech. So I change to he. Now we have to change the verb or tenses. You know that when we transform the verb, then the change will automatically changed, because tense is actually related to verb. From that angle, here I have written a list for changing the verb of reported speech. Try to follow. If in reported speech there is a verb of be on represent present indefinite tense, then in indirect speech the verb will be V2. If there is a verb of V2 in direct speech, that will be changed had plus V3. If there is a verb am is are, that will be changed was were, that will be changed had been, have has, that will be changed had, that will be changed had, had plus V3 that will be changed had plus V3, shall বা will that will be changed would, can that will be changed could, may that will be changed might, must that will be changed must বা had to, should that will be changed should have plus V3, might that will be changed might, that means there will be no change, could that will be changed could. Just you can memorize the list for changing the verb of reported speech. If you are unable to memorize the format of tenses, you can memorize this list of verb, especially for changing in the narration. Try to follow the whiteboard. Here lies in am. We can see that am is are in direct speech that will be changed was were. Here subject is he, that's why we have to place the verb of was. He was, then you will copy the rest of the sentence. Going to school. I hope you have caught the point. This is the prime rules of changing narration in assertive sentence. The summary is for changing narration in assertive sentence. At first, we have to change the reporting verb according to the sentence of reported speech. Then we have to withdraw the inverted comma. For omitting inverted comma in case of assertive sentence, you have to put the linkers that. Then you have to change the person according to these rules 1, 2, 3. 1 represent subject, 2 represent object, 3 represent the rest of verb. Then we have to change the verb. For changing verb, you can memorize the list of verb. I hope if you are able to memorize this list, you will be highly benefited and you can do better performance for changing narration. Dear students, we are moving to interrogative sentence. He said to me, will you go to school? This is an interrogative sentence because the sentence starts with auxiliary verb. It is also known as yes/no question. If an interrogative sentence starts with auxiliary verb, then as usual at first we have to change reporting verb. In case of interrogative sentence, reporting verb will be changed to asked because the verb is in a past form. That's why we have put asked. Asked me. For omitting inverted comma in case of interrogative sentence, if it is started with auxiliary verb, we have to put the linkers if. Then we have to place subject if you. Now we can change the person. You will be changed by the object of reporting speech, অর্থাৎ me. That means you, that will be I. Will would be converted would. Then You can copy the rest of the part of your sentence. Dear students, give your absolute attention. When we transform interrogative sentence into indirect speech, always remind in your head at the end of the sentence, we never put question mark. In direct speech, we have to use question mark, but when we transform it into indirect speech, then there will be no question mark. This is most important or vital point for changing interrogative sentence. Then we are moving to imperative sentence. We know that imperative sentence starts with verb in general. From that angle, this sentence also started with verb. Here open is a verb. That's why in case of imperative sentence, the reporting verb will be changed. Request, advice, or order according to the sense of the sentence of reported speech. Open the door. This sentence denotes order. That's why instead of said, we have to ordered. For omitting inverted comma, we have to put the linkers to. Then there will be no change. He ordered me to open the door. The question may arise if the imperative sentence is in negative form. Don't run in the sun, but do not run in the sun. This is also an imperative sentence, but it is remain in negative form. That's why said will be changed according to the sense of the meaning of reported speech. Don't run in the sun, it denotes advice, advised me. For omitting inverted comma, in case of imperative sentence, we have to put to. But you have to follow one thing, that is before to, in case of negative sentence in imperative, you have to use not to, then run in the sun. He advised me not to run in the sun. The important point is here, if the imperative sentence started or remain in a negative form, then before linkers you have to put not. This is an exception for negative form in imperative sentence. Now we are moving to optative sentence. May you pass the exam? You know that this part is known as reported speech. Here we can see there is a sentence, may you pass the exam. Obviously we can say it is an optative sentence because the sentence start with may or may. That's why according to the format of imperative sentence, we can say it is optative sentence. In case of optative sentence, we have to change reporting verb said will be converted to prayed বা wished. For omitting inverted comma, we have to put the linkers that. Then we have to place the subject. You will be changed according to the object of reporting speech. That will be I. May will be converted to might. Pass the exam. অর্থাৎ he prayed or wished that I might pass the exam. I hope you can understand the point. Now we are moved to an exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence may start in two ways. Firstly, it may start in a jolly mood. Secondly, it may start in a sorrowful mood. Supposing that hooray, we have won the game. You know that in case of exclamatory sentence, at the end of the sentence or some specific word, after some specific words, there is a sign of exclamation. From that angle, we can say it is an exclamatory sentence. There is no doubt about it. So, in case of exclamatory sentence, the reporting verb will be changed if the sentence of reported speech is in a jolly mood. Then said will be converted to exclaimed with joy. For omitting inverted comma, we have to put the linkers that. Then we have to place the subject. Here we can find the subject we is included to first person. According to the rules, we will be converted to the subject of reporting speech he. We have won the game. Here the subject is plural. That's why we have to use বা put they. Have, try to follow the list of the verbs, changing verbs. Have, if there is have or has in direct speech, that will be changed had. From that sense, you have to put they had won the game. I hope you have got the point. Alas, I am undone. Follow this sentence. This sentence is also included in exclamatory sentence because we can see the sign of exclamation. That's why without any doubt we can say it is an exclamatory sentence. Alas is the symbol of sorrowful words. That's why said will be converted to with sorrow. Then that, then I will be changed the subject of reporting speech. Am will be changed to was because if there is am is are in direct speech, that will be changed was were according to person. From that angle, he was undone. I hope you can understand the point. If you are able to understand the point, then my aim will be successful. Dear student, I have already skipped a point, that is he said to me, "What are you doing?" We know that it is direct speech because after reporting speech there is a comma. In reported speech, the first word is capitalized here and the reported speech is closed by inverted comma. By seeing these symbols or signs, we can say without any doubt it is direct speech. Now we have to transform, we have to change it into indirect. For doing that, we have to follow. It is an interrogative sentence because there at the end of the sentence there is a sign of interrogation, but this interrogative sentence starts with relative WH words. That's why said will be converted to asked in case of interrogative sentence. Inverted comma will be changed to. In this case, if any interrogative sentence starts with WH words, in that case, there will be place no conjunction or linkers. We have to use WH words. Then we have to place subject you. You will be changed according to the object of reporting speech by using these rules 1, 2, 3. Because 1 represents subject, 2 represent object, 3 represent the others. That's why you will be changed to I. Am is are. If there is am is are in direct speech, that will be changed to was were for indirect speech. From that sense, we have to use was because singular subject is equal to singular verb. Twin. But in case of indirect speech, there will be no sign of interrogative sentence for changing narration. After changing narration in interrogative sentence, in indirect sentence, in indirect speech, that will be assertive sentence. I hope you have heard the point. Dear students, I cannot prolong my today's session because if I try to prolong my today's session, you will be lost your watching appeal. At the end of the sentence, I would like to say something. Dear student, most of the student thinks that, sir, how is it possible to memorize all the rules and regulations of English grammar? They are massive. Only I would like to them, sense cannot be taken place overnight. If you want to perform better, you have to invest your time. No doubt about it. Just invest your labor, invest your time. Ultimately, you will be successful one day. You must have heard the name of Nelson Mandela. He said, "It always seems to be impossible until it is done." অর্থাৎ একটা বিষয় ততক্ষণ পর্যন্ত আমাদের কাছে কঠিন মনে হয় যতক্ষণ পর্যন্ত ওই বিষয়টা আমরা আয়ত্ত করতে না পারি, আত্মস্থ করতে না পারি। ডিয়ার স্টুডেন্ট, at the end of the sentence I would like to say, you know that we are remain in a pandemic period, so you must stay with our virtual platform and watch our video materials. I hope you will be highly benefited for solving your problem by watching our video materials. Best wishes for all. No more today. We can call it a day. See you again on the next class according to the schedule. Keep well till then. Allah Hafiz for